All right, well, good morning. Today is the 19th of August, 2020. Hard to believe. I'm Roy Potter. I thought I'd make a real quick announcement. I'm not going to be on, but for just a minute or two. I did manage to clear out my schedule so that I can attend the Time to Rise event, Go Maskless, in Orem, Utah, on this Saturday, the 22nd, at 5 p.m. at Center Street Park. See if I can get it right this time. So Center Street Park is right off Center Street. You can take it off of I-15 when you get to Orem. You go east on Center Street, and you go all the way up to State Street. And State Street is also at the intersection of State and Center, is where the municipal building is, and the park is just east of the municipal building there on Center Street. So if you have any inclination, if you can make it, the reason why I'm doing this and letting everybody know about it is not so much me, but in Utah, it's notorious that the people don't get politically active. They and I don't want to insult anybody, but they really do believe that God is behind all governments, and there's some truth to that. But they take it to the point where they're too laissez-faire, they're too complacent, by and large. So I do not know how many people will actually show up at this event who will be from Utah. I really have no idea. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. But let me caution you, of course, when you cross state lines, the feds like to make a big deal about it. And of course, this has nothing to do with violence or anything like that. But they like to make a big deal about it. So just be aware of that. I don't really think it's a problem. It's not any different than going to D.C. Under this situation. I mean, these people are going to have speakers. They're going to be talking about the absurdity of all this, and then basically probably sending some type of declaration to the governor to knock this crap off. So at any rate, that's basically I think what's going on. But I don't know how many are going to show up. So I'm trying to make a big deal about it for that reason. So at any rate, again, if you're inclined to come, uh, come prepared to be out in some warm weather. It's going to be probably about that time of day, probably about 100 degrees, and but the park is pretty nice, a lot of trees. So I will be there again at the Time to Rise event, the Go Maskless event in Orem, Utah, this Saturday, August 22nd, at 5 p.m. at the Orem Center Street Park. Okay. All right, and so yeah, that's the problem, Stephen Miller. They twisted Romans 13, which was actually a Roman psyop, but I won't get into that here. Okay, the idea, not one prophet in the Old Testament and Jesus himself didn't obey the civil authority. So that's all, when it came to things that infringed on their rights and that kind of stuff. That's all baloney, or demands that infringed on their rights. That's all baloney, and that's because they're state CIA, Homeland Security. What do they call those guys? The clergy response teams. Don't even pay any attention to people that tell you things like that. If that had happened, Jesus would never have been crucified. All right, I gotta go. If you're gonna be there, I'll see you. If not, well, no big deal. Okay, but I did want to make that announcement. Okay, we'll see you later. Have a great day.